Howdy and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a movie I've been very excited for a very long time, and that is Christopher Nolan's new movie, Tenet. All you really need to know is that there's a new time travel mechanic called inversion, and this is kind of Christopher Nolan's attempt at a Bond movie, is what I've seen it as. I've seen Tenet twice now, hoping it would give me a little more direction on where I should jump into this very dense piece, and I still don't really know where to start, so I'm kind of just going to jump into it. I'm going to try to keep it quick, and today I'm going to give you a spoiler-free just overview and review. I want to start this review off with my one nitpick, and that is the sound mixing. This bassy music that he's known for is so prevalent in this movie, and it works really well at times, but there's so many times that there's like amateur mistakes, and it's just this loud, blaring music, and you can't even hear them talking. And for such a dialogue-heavy movie, you'd think they would have thought about that before they did it, and it ultimately detracts from several lines, not even just a couple lines. Like, what do they say? Why couldn't we just mix the movie right? Aside from this small nitpick, I have really got no complaints. In my opinion, everything else worked for me, and I think that you should watch the movie and form your own opinion, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get into what I loved about the movie. Let's start with the cast of characters. John David Washington and Robert Pattinson are the leads in this movie. They have such an undeniable chemistry. It really helps form this friendship as we see it evolve throughout the movie, and two of them do such a great job with their roles and their chemistry together that it just blows everything out of the water. Elizabeth Debicki does a good job in her role. I would say that Kenneth Branagh stole the show if it weren't for such strong performances from the rest of the cast, but he is far and above the best performance that I can pull out of this movie. His accent's on point, his demeanor's on point, and it really builds this fortuitous villain, and it works really well with how he's written, and he brings his performance in, and they both just mesh so well. I think that all the characters are written extremely well. John David Washington's character is given plenty of simple opportunities to make us root for him and put us on his side, and he does it so effortlessly through John David Washington's charisma and the writing. Robert Pattinson's chemistry and his writing with John David Washington help form their friendship, which is really his main role in this movie. Branagh's character is written excellently. There are so many strong moments that you could tell it's from his performance, as well as how the character is written as this brooding, evil man. And you can see his past and how it led to where he got and where he is now in this movie. And you can see kind of what makes him tick. And it's not overtly said, but it is subtle about how it does that. And that writing helps back up Kenneth Branagh's performance. The score is outstanding, and despite the mixing issues, I think that it really helped display the spectacle that we were seeing on screen, as well as unlocking its full potential. This movie is structured a lot more like a Bond movie than I thought it was going to be. I mean, the first 1.5 acts really are a Bond movie more than they are an action movie, and I thought this worked really well for this movie because of John David Washington just carrying the movie on his charisma. But I don't want you to be under the impression that, oh, this is just a Bond movie. It's so much more than that, but there are some very spy movie-like elements, and I think that it does work really well in this situation. The action was, dare I say, revolutionary. Watching these inverted action sequences and how they play out opposed to the forward-running action sequences is really interesting. The practical effects are as good as always. I mean, it's your typical Christopher Nolan just taking this new inversion mechanic and taking these action sequences and taking them to a whole new level. I think all of the characters' arcs were compelling and made sense, and it never was like, well, why did they do that? That doesn't make any sense. I think that all goes back to the writing and how well the characters are written, that it made their arcs so believable and compelling, and I think that that just gave it another level of edge over the competition. I can't say much about the ending, but as we all know, Nolan is notorious for his open but closed endings. They completely cap off the story and wrap it up, but there's always some element of like openness to them. I think of Inception, Interstellar, The Prestige. This movie does that as well, and I can't really get into specifics on why it does that. I feel like I've said that a lot during this video. I don't know if I would say this is the best, but I think I would say that this is one of Nolan's best works. It's hard to tell because, you know, I've seen every Nolan movie 6 or 7 times, so you can't really watch this movie twice in the theaters and know where it falls. But I think in the future I will grow to love it even more than I do, and it already has exceeded all the expectations. With that, I hope that wasn't too long. I just kind of wanted to keep it brief, but let you know what I thought about it and get a little more in depth than my written review that I have over on my Instagram at FWP Reviews. I hope that you can all see this movie very soon if you haven't been able to already. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.